Hello and welcome to a brand new podcast, The Junkees, with me, Dave O'Neill, and
Kitty Flanagan. That's me, here to discuss sugar and salt, my two favourite things.
And we came up with a bit of a byline.
It's the Junkees, also known as the sweet and salty roundabout.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than having a bit of sweet, switching to salty, going, that's enough salty, now I need a bit more sweet.
And we should, this is our origin episode. So
So I'll explain how it came to be.
it's like Star Wars. There's a huge backstory. It's like, So how did it come to be?
Well, we did a gig, one of your gigs down
Lorne.
in Lorne.
Lorne.
And then driving back, you do a podcast called The Debrief, where people sit in the car and discuss the gig. But I didn't want to do that.
No, you sat in the back.
I sat in the back. But then somehow we stopped at a service station and we just started discussing biscuits and junk food. And suddenly I was in and I couldn't get that microphone off Brad Oakes fast enough.
Yeah.
Because now we're in my wheelhouse discussing junk food.
Yeah.
And I had something to say, whereas I thought I wasn't going to have anything to say after the gig.
Well, you tend not to like podcasts, do you? You don't really like
I just
them.
don't really talk. I don't like talking about myself, and that's
Yeah.
what podcasts tend to be about.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about snacks, I could talk all day.
And I was so surprised because I've been a junk food addict and I'm fat. I wasn't always fat, but because I have a twin brother who's very skinny, so there's no reason for me to be fat. He's from the same egg as me. And he's skinnier than, he's skinny, very skinny. And but he hasn't got an addiction to junk food like I have.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of another comedian who loves junk food like you and me.
I know, and we only really discovered it like through text. Like we just kept texting each other, and you were surprised that I knew pretty much every junk food that has ever been. When I say junk food, it's not like McDonald's or
KFC.
It's like packets of chips and chocolate.
Stuff you buy in servos in 7-Elevens. That's right. Yeah, because I said to someone I finally met my match. Because I can't, people like say, who are my other friends in comedy? Hughesy, he's too health conscious now to eat.
Yeah.
He used to love snakes, for example.
He could do a podcast about energy drinks.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I've never had an energy drink in my life.
I've tasted them. They're not good. They're not good.
I'd rather just have the sugar. I don't need the liquid that goes with it.
And say Glenn Robbins, again, too healthy. I couldn't imagine him eating lollies.
No, I think he eats biscuits.
He likes
even when I texted him about dunking biscuits in your tea, the one he texted me back was he was eating one of those like Britavite breakfast biscuits. It's like, that's not fun. That's some kind of healthy grain snack biscuit. I've
been to his house and he's offered me one of those biscuits with the promise of these are really good, you'll like them. It's like, I feel like I'm at a health food shop or at my auntie who loved health food in the 70s.
Yeah, or grandma who hasn't recognised the packet on the shelf and thought it was something nice.
Yes, and it's not at all.
No.
So that's why we decided to start doing this podcast.
Yeah, and just straight off topic already, just because I'm excited now with the talk of biscuits. Have you got a favourite biscuit that just comes to mind?
Straight off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I used to love a Weston's choc chip. I don't even know if you can still get them. Remember Weston's choc chips?
We had Nabisco choc chip.
That's similar. That's the same thing.
Yeah,
I think that's the same thing.
I think maybe they changed.
Yeah, I think they changed. I think that. What's
Chips
yours?
Ahoy. They were.
Chips
Nabisco
Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy.
They were good. But I don't mind, if you're talking the classic Arnott's, I don't mind the Kingston.
Yeah, I'm always surprised by the Kingston. I get a Kingston and go, it's better than I think, but I
Small.
never seek them out.
Well, okay. I've actually thought of my favourite biscuit, but what's yours?
Well,
mine will shock you.
Yeah, I think mine will shock you too. I'm here to shock because I shocked
Monte
myself
Carlo?
with it. The Monte Carlo.
Oh.
I shocked myself with that. I didn't think it was. For years I used to avoid it.
Yeah.
And then more and more I just keep going, you know what, they're pretty good, especially if you dunk. Like if you're a dunker, they've got a bit of structural integrity. You can dunk them.
They don't collapse.
Don't fall apart. I mean, you've got to be careful. Anyone who dunks knows that. You've got to be careful. You've got to get in, get out.
Yeah.
I also love the custard cream, but they fall apart really quickly.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those.
Yeah, I always think they're going to be better than they are because I think they're going to have custard in them. Even though I've had them time and time again. They don't have custard in them, Dave, but I fall for it every time.
I tend to think of one of them left in the cream assortment. They're the one, them and the orange.
No, it's the orange slice that's left behind.
Well, my favourite biscuit now I've thought about is the TV snack.
Now, see, we rarely disagree.
I get about 4 of them. I get 3 or 4 of them. They're the best.
No,
they're like a chocolate teddy bear.
No, they're not. You sent me a text of those.
Oh.
And I went, oh, yeah, I haven't had TV snacks for ages. So because I'm so suggestible, the minute I see a picture of something, I have to go and buy it. So I went up the road, bought myself some TV snacks and some chocolate teddy bears. They've got dark chocolate on them.
Oh, I see. I don't mind that.
I'm not into it. I was really disappointed.
Yeah, you've described dark chocolate in several of your messages as a punish.
Yeah, I don't like it. The only thing it works on for me is a cherry ripe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is where dark chocolate really, that's the exception that proves the rule.
Wow, that's interesting.
Dark chocolate on a cherry ripe. But on those biscuits, it's the first bunch of biscuits I've thrown out. I can usually eat through anything, but those teddy bear biscuits covered in dark chocolate, I just went,
don't throw them out.
I'm not into it.
Bring them to me.
Yeah, I will next time, but yeah. I was really disappointed I didn't get chocolate-covered Scotch fingers instead.
Oh, they're good.
Ooh,
Yeah, they're good.
They're a good biscuit.
They're on one side, though, aren't they? Are they on one side? The chocolate's on one side?
No, I think they're completely...
They're all completely covered.
Yeah, I think they're completely coated.
Oh, I'm thinking of the other one, the other version. Yeah.
We'll fact-check that for you, listeners, and come back to you next week.
Now, we'll just give you an example of some of the text conversations we have, and often they are about... I often also have a habit, well, not so much lately because there's no live gigs, of sending Kitty photos of my bad gigs that I have to do. Because I sent you a photo of... Oh, it's a corporate gig in a tent in Brisbane.
Was that the one for penguins that you did? You sent me one where you were working in front of a bunch of penguins.
Yeah, where the penguins sort of heckled me. And that was at the aquarium, and there were...
Just as well.
Yeah.
Would be weird if it was at a club.
And that's where a mouse ran across the stage in front of me and paused, and then and the woman said, "It's a mouse." And I've never been upstaged by a mouse, because then it just sort of looked at me and then ran off.
Oh, it's a shame it didn't look at you and go, boo, like mouse talk.
You're not funny. and then, because apparently aquariums and zoos just have a lot of mice hanging around. They attract vermin. I don't know why.
Well, because of all the
feed?
Well, the feed and the poo, I guess.
Yeah.
The stink.
I'd forgotten about that. That wasn't a bad gig, though, to be honest. It was for people who owned and hired scissor lifts, that things that go up and down on building sites. How's your business? Up and down? But this was not for that gig. This was in Brisbane for mortgage brokers. No, insurance. Anyway, what doesn't matter. You said, because I sent you a photo and the people are quite far away, and well, you can read out your part. I said, yeah, it wasn't great. Just comforting myself with some chocolate caramels, in brackets, fancy fantails.
Yeah, I was straight back in, needing to know exactly what sort. So I needed you to specify. I said, are they Pascals with the golden wrapper?
No, from the chocolate box shop. Very good.
Yeah, and then we were straight in, because obviously if you know the chocolate box, it probably means you travel a lot, because they're really only at airports, I think, aren't
these
they?
days, and maybe big shopping centres, yeah.
Yeah, and so because I travel a lot too, so yeah, I just went, chocolate box, I'm in, because I like their jellies. I don't know if you've ever had their jellies, just like their sugar-covered jellies.
I've seen them, yeah. I've never had them.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, good stuff, I said. I don't know why I'm fat. And then I've sent you another photo, another stand-around event for accountants.
Yeah, that was another photo of you. I'll be honest with you, I enjoy the photos of your gigs, because I'm always happy that I'm not doing those gigs.
Yes.
But I get more excited by the photos of
the
chocolate and the snacks that you sent me, because then I just get inspired to go and buy something.
And you've hit back with a bit of a message about...
Well, that was about, because I'd texted you previously about my disappointment in learning that the chocolate box chocolate-covered pretzels, which were one of my favourite snacks, because it combines everything. It's the sweet and the salty in one snack.
Yes.
The chocolate-covered pretzel. And suddenly... they were putting compound chocolate, which is just an evil grease.
Yeah.
Compound chocolate on their pretzels, and they were still called the chocolate box, not the compound chocolate box.
Yes.
But they were still trading as the chocolate box. So I was outraged, and then I was so excited because I must have found old stock.
Yes.
I bought a packet and I said, "Oh, good news, Dave," because I knew you'd be thrilled. I said they've put real chocolate back on the pretzels, but I was actually wrong. It turned out they were old stock. And the next time I went back and bought some, the compound chocolate was back, and I had to lodge a complaint, which I did.
And how'd that go?
Yeah, they weren't that interested in I think it was just before COVID was about to sort of send us into lockdown, and I think they thought there were more important things to deal with. But it was like, well, I got a lot of chocolate to eat during this lockdown, and I prefer it to be real chocolate, not compound chocolate.
What is the difference between compound chocolate and real chocolate? Is it the amount of butter, or it's not the lack of butter or something, isn't it, or something?
There's no actual cocoa in it. I think it's just like a hard grease. It's like made, like when you make chocolate crackles with Kofa, and they've got that vegetable shortening in them, and you get that waxy taste.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that waxy taste.
Again, I'll research it for next week. I'll have a recipe for compound chocolate for you.
But we put it up there with carob. It's like carob.
Compound carob.
There's
even worse.
No greater joy than seeing a small child eat a carob frog in the health food shop.
Yeah.
And the look on their face.
I think I remember doing that myself, but my first ever taste of carob, and just not knowing what was going. It was like the world had ended. It was like, what is this dirt in my mouth?
It is hideous. Absolutely hideous. Well, you're listening to the Junkees podcast with Dave and Kitty and Dave, and we're going to do a blind test in a second.
Yeah, we've got a few segments planned.
Yes.
We got excited when we started talking about we should do a podcast about junk food. The only topic I can talk with any authority on.
Yeah,
I'm not educated in any other way. But we talked about segments we could do, and one of them was blind tasting, where I give you, like, they have so many different flavours of chip now.
Yes.
And I'm going to present to you a flavour of chip that you don't know and see if you can guess what it is.
Okay, and I'll do the same with you. I've got a corn chip for you.
Oh, no. What if we bought the same one?
Oh, no. Do you want me to do a twisty instead? I'll do a twisty.
I could do a twist. I think we've bought exactly the same things.
I'll do a twisty. You do a corn chip.
Okay.
We've decided that we're going to both do corn chips because we compared coloured packets.
So what colour packet did you
And
bring?
mine is green.
Mine's yellow, so we figure we're safe. And now that we've tipped them into cups, they're obviously completely different corn chips.
Oh, they look totally different. So how would you describe the ones I'm going to give to you, and then I'll
give
describe.
You those. Okay, I've been given a corn chip that looks like it's gone mouldy.
Yes.
It's sort of
It's green.
green. And if you presented that to me without telling me that it just came out of a packet,
Which it did.
yeah, I would probably think that you just found those under someone's bed. They look like really old corn chips.
They look hideous.
Yeah.
And I assume they're a very limited range, and they're one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen in the 7-Eleven.
I'm treating it like wine now. I'm going to give it a sniff.
Yeah. Well, my ones that you gave me just look very normal to me. They just look like a cheese corn chip, but they've got a bit of a. Oh no! There's a bit of a. There's like a tang to it. There's like a bacon or some sort of meat, I reckon.
Meat.
Okay.
A meat flavoured corn chip.
What we're going to do, we're going to taste the corn chip. So we don't want. You made a decision pretty early on.
Yeah. I don't want any chewing noises on the podcast because I think I found out yesterday there's a thing, and I'm going to pronounce it wrong, but it's something called mesophilia or something.
Right.
And it's when you have like when you can't stand the noise of people chewing.
Right.
It's an actual thing, and I think I have it because I
Wow.
can't stand the sound. And the idea of someone like listening to this podcast and chewing into like having to listen to us chew into a microphone just, yeah.
Don't come to my house for dinner with teenagers. Oh my God. This is one of the things they fight about is tell him to close his mouth when he's chewing.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Anyway, I think I closed my mouth. Okay, we're going to taste the corn chips now. I'll just bite this one.
Okay, I'll bite one, but I won't chew it.
Ooh. Give it. Oh my.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's kind of fizzy.
Have you got any guess? We don't even have to. I don't think we have to stop we're not really chewing.
This tastes like lemonade.
Oh, you're so close.
I'm sucking it.
You're so close. Can I tell you that you're very close?
Lemonade flavoured corn.
No, but
It's really horrible.
you're very close.
Hang on, I've got to turn away and chew it. It's
Okay,
disgusting.
all right, we'll return. Oh, we're back. Now, you are so close saying that is a lemonade flavoured corn chip. It is actually a type of, I don't want to give it away, but you've got to.
No, I'll keep going because I've only had one.
It's a type of drink corn chip. And it's not a flavour that we're familiar with in Australia a lot.
Okay.
So,
do you know what's weird though? I reckon you only get one crack at these like unusual flavours. Like it tastes like the thing for the first time you chew it, but then the second chip or corn chip always just then taste like chemicals. So I reckon I've only got this one corn chip to decide what it is.
Well,
and it tastes like if you took a corn chip, dipped it in lemonade, and then like a plain corn chip with no other flavour, dipped it in lemonade and then ate it. It's really weird.
Well, and
it's kind of fizzy.
Yeah, do you want me to tell you what it is?
And green.
Yeah. Green's a bit of a giveaway, I'd say.
Is it it's not green Fanta. I don't know what green Fanta flavour is.
No, I'll reveal what it is now. It's Mountain Dew corn chips.
Mountain Dew corn chips?
Yeah, you know Mountain Dew? It's like a soft drink, an American soft drink.
Yeah.
Have a look. I'm showing you the pack of the Doritos. I can imagine they're revolting.
Right. Well, I've just done the world a service. No one needs to buy those. You can just take a plain corn chip and dip it in lemonade if that's what you like.
Mountain Dew is not a big a soft drink in Australia, but huge in America.
Ooh.
Now, the one you've given me.
Yeah, okay. What are you tasting? What are you smelling?
Well, there's cheese. There's cheese there, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like a... it's that flavour. What is that flavour? I almost had it.
He's actually, I'm just going to describe what he's doing. He's licking the corn chip.
It's like a meat, but it's not. Is it a meat? Is there a
you're really, I'm really surprised how close you are.
Oh, is it cheese and bacon or no? It's not bacon, is it?
You're actually closer with cheese and meat.
Oh, it's like a pizza. No, it's not a pizza.
It's not a pizza.
It's not a pizza thing, is it?
It's not a pizza.
Oh, it's not a hot dog, is it? It's not a hot dog.
You're going too far. You're so close just with cheese and meat. If you just stick with what cheese and meat is, you've kind of got it.
Oh my God, it's not spaghetti. It's a bolognese.
Cheese and meat, Dave. Cheese and meat. I can't be any clearer.
Oh, it's a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. I knew I tell you what, these. Oh my.
It's a grilled cheeseburger flavoured Dorito. Is it any good? I reckon it's probably better than Mountain Dew.
I'd say it's better than Mountain Dew. Let me try a Mountain Dew one, but I reckon. I'm
chewing away from the microphone.
Oh my God, Mountain Dew is like a.
It's a bit like piss.
Yeah, it's like lime lemonade corn chip.
Yeah.
But the cheeseburger one I would eat. It wouldn't worry me. I would eat that.
Is it better or worse than a regular?
No, it's not as good as a say nacho cheese Dorito. You can have one.
Yeah, it smells like cheeseburger. When you smell it, you can smell the cheeseburger.
Yeah, because you get they've done a very good job with the flavour. Because as soon as you get on your tongue, you're like, oh, that's that. What is that?
And you know what it's got in it? It's got pickle in it.
That's the
You're tasting the mustard and the pickles.
Yes.
Or the whatever number that is.
Yeah, one of the
for mustard and pickles.
One of the flavours. Yeah. Well, we would recommend them if you like cheeseburgers. Don't go near the Mountain Dew.
Yeah, stay away from those.
Dorito. That is disturbing. We're going to do what are you eating at the moment in just a second. But did you want to add anything else about the blind test?
I have more to add about the grilled cheeseburger Dorito, having just tasted one myself. They've even managed to get the grill.
Yes.
But again, I would say to people listening who want to try this at home, you have to get all your flavours on that first couple of chips. Yeah. Once you're through a whole bag, all you're tasting is chemicals. Those first two chips, that's when you can go, I can get the mustard, the pickles, the grill, the char grill.
It's similar to, we had a conversation on text about the French fries, which I love, the French fries in a packet.
Yeah.
And they've got a burger sauce flavour out at the moment.
Yeah.
And we both tried it. And I get regret at about the halfway mark for just not buying the original.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, I'm wasting all these calories and effort. I could just be having salt and vinegar ones are good. The salt and vinegar
I've never
ones.
found them. See, you sent me a picture of the salt and vinegar ones. And I love French fries, but salt and vinegar would be my favourite. That's something we're going to do on the next episode. We're going to taste test salt and vinegar chips.
Oh, what a tease. You're
and
a good
tell
teaser.
You which is the best salt and vinegar chip. What are you eating now, Dave? What's
my go-to?
Your snack of choice at the moment?
Well, I buy this occasionally at this IGA, which is not that near my house, but it's sort of. And the guy, it's licorice. It's British. It's licorice toffee. So it's like a licorice block,
Dave,
but it's toffee.
I know what it is. I was going to say to you, I used to eat licorice toffee in England. It's really big in England when I was in the UK.
Yeah,
I love it.
This is Walker's, and it's really hard to cut.
It comes in a block.
Yeah,
yeah,
and it's got like a licorice block, And when I bought it, the guy at the agent goes, "Oh yeah, this stuff's good."
Where did you get it?
It's in Abbotsford IGA in Victoria,
I haven't
at
seen
Johnson
that
Street
for a long
there.
time.
And also, it's they often run out. They often run out.
You used to be able to get them in packets, not that brand, but you get licorice toffees in a packet.
Oh, yum!
I'll have to check out what brand it was.
I
used to buy them in the UK.
Well, the UK do have good lollies.
Yeah, much better than I don't like American lollies. They tend to have I think they're flavoured with corn syrup.
Yeah.
So they've got a weird flavour rather than sugar. You can't beat sugar.
Sugar's the best. So what are you eating at the moment?
Well, I'm on a bit of a Jelly Baby roll at the moment. And the best Jelly Babies, I've tasted all of the brands, but really you can't go past an Allen's Jelly Baby, and they rarely have them. But at the moment, in certain service stations, they've brought out mini packs.
The mini packs.
Of Allen's Jelly Babies, because you can't buy big packets of them. They're hard to find.
Yeah,
it's a really good Jelly Baby.
Oh, well, it's the same. Must be the same machine that makes the Red Frogs, because I'm a big
Yes.
Red Frogs person, and it looks like the same packet.
Yep.
Same size.
Yeah, I also had, but I ate them on the way in. I was going to bring them in to share, but I ate them in the car on the way in. I had a mini bag of the Red Frogs. You only get 6 or 7 in a bag.
Yeah.
It was like a massive bag. And
Did you eat the whole bag?
Well, like I said, it was only 6 or 7.
It's going to be a very familiar trope of this podcast. I had them, but I was just driving in. And we don't live that.
We both said to each other on text, "Yeah, I've got all my stuff ready for the podcast. I've had to keep it in the boot of my car, so I'm not tempted to eat it."
So true. So true. All right, well, thanks for listening. And next week, we're going to do the big salt and vinegar taste test.
And I will also address any issues that we brought up and give you some researched facts for next week.
Worry. Oh, but at one point.
Hey, don't ruin my fun.
Okay.
If I want to research sugar, I will.
Yep. The Junkees with Dave O'Neill and Kitty Flanagan. Bye-bye.